Thank you. How are you doing?
We're good. Thank you.
Good.
Tonight's broadcast is proudly presented by Unbox Media LLC, where storytelling, investigation, and immersive media come together to explore the unexplained, the forgotten, and the things that continue to linger just behind the edge of understanding. And tonight's episode is also brought to you by Shaker Cigar Bar in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Most legendary and historic destinations known for rich atmosphere, haunted history, handcrafted cocktails, and unforgivable energy, and wonderful cigars. Shakers continues to stand as one of the most iconic paranormal locations in the Midwest. Tonight, we open the door to a conversation that crosses the lines between investigation, media, filmmaking, and the pursuit of truth inside the paranormal world. Joining us tonight are three individuals who have dedicated years of their lives to documenting strange encounters, investigating haunted locations, and pushing beyond what most people are willing to explore. First, we welcome Joe. Joe brings a unique and refreshing philosophy into the paranormal field. Rather than relying heavily on elaborate equipment, Joe prefers walking to locations with little more than a camera, choosing instead of experiencing the environment the same way an everyday visitor would. He believes in pushing beyond the normal boundaries of paranormal investigation, exploring the places, situations, and experiments that many investigators avoid altogether. Joy also serves as a production manager for LEP Productions. I'm assuming that's LEAP, correct, guys?
It's LEP. Yeah,
I
that's
love it, LEP, and has been involved in podcasting, internet radio, and broadcasting since 2007, including time on FM radio in Phoenix, Arizona. Many know him programs such as Stirring the Pot live on Dark Realm Radio. His passion for content creation, filmmaking, and editing has helped shape paranormal media for years, and his work can also be found through Skeptical Edge TV. That's cool. Joy is also the co-founder of Dark Realm TV, a growing streaming network reliable on Roku and Amazon Fire Stick, featuring paranormal investigations, UFO content, cryptids, horror programming, and much more. Also joining us tonight is Jason. Jason is a 30-year-old veteran of law enforcement whose background brings a disciplined and detailed-oriented approach into investigation he conducts. That's cool, man. Alongside his career in public service, Jason has built an impressive presence in the entertainment and paranormal media as an actor. Producing, director, podcasting, and investigator with more than 2 decades of experience. That's a long time, my friend. Exploring the unexplained, Jason has helped organize paranormal investigations and conventions at the historic Collingwood Arts Center in Toledo, Ohio. Did I pronounce that right?
That's correct.
A location many paranormal fans recognize from Ghost Hunters and the Booth Brothers film Never Blink. He is also co-founder of both LEP Productions and Dark Realm TV, helping create a platform dedicated to paranormal research, cryptids, UFOs, horror films, urban legends, Native American content, and investigating program. His acting and film career, which is cool, includes titles as the Winery, Never Blink, Hollywood Werewolf, Hell's Bells, and the Cruel Summer franchise, where he is recognized for his role as Detective Jake Fanzano. Did I pronounce that right?
Fasano.
Fasano. I like it. Most recently, Jason released the documentary Indian Hills, a place between time, continuing his passion for uncovering the hidden history beyond mysteries, locations. And finally, but not least, we welcome Jay. How you doing, Jay? Jay is a seasoned paranormal investigator with more than 15 years of field experience, and he's the founder of Hindsight Paranormal alongside his wife. Jay has become a respected voice in the paranormal community through years of podcasting across both US and UK paranormal networks, while also serving as co-founder of LEP Productions and Dark Realm TV. He's also a frequent speaker and EMS of paranormal conventions across the country. That's cool, man. Sharing both his experience and investigation knowledge with audience and fellow researchers alike. Jay, additionally, recognized as a founding member of the North American Dogman Project. That's cool. And served as tracker for Dog Boy's research team, breaching an extensive field research experience into the world of cryptid investigations. So tonight's discussion is going to be probably a train wreck, but we're going to give it a shot anyways. Isn't that right, gentlemen?
Absolutely.
Take us deep into paranormal media, investigations, cryptids, haunted history, filmmaking, and the reality of what it's truly like to spend years chasing answers in places most people would run from. So dim the lights, settle in, and join us as we step once again into the unknown. This is the Darkwoods Paranormal. Gentlemen and ladies, thank you for being here.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Raven, where do you want to start?
Well, I want to start, and I always say this is the most cliche question ever, but I'm going to do it anyway. I want to know where each one, and since there's three of you, you have three different stories. I'm thinking, but how did you get your start in the paranormal? Like, what brought you into this realm? We'll start with Joe.
Paranormal realm.
And yes, Joe, then Jason, and then Jay. How about that?
Well, I was a diehard skeptic, all growing up. As a kid, I watched shows like In Search of with Leonard Nimoy with my dad,
Absolutely.
and I loved watching that stuff. I loved the cryptid stuff, the ghost stuff, and all that. But I always thought it was garbage, And then my mom told me this story about when I was young. I supposedly, make it real short, supposedly seeing my great grandfather outside my window after he passed away. And I was probably like 5 or 6, something like that. And this went on for like a couple months. And basically, I didn't know who it was. My mom thought I was, just having a nightmare. And one night, the man told me he wasn't going to see me ever again. And he flew away. And we lived on the second floor. So fast forward a few weeks, and we're at a family's house in Ohio, and I basically point to a picture of this man that was flying outside my window. So that kind of got me a little more curious hearing that story. And then I had something happen to me that I was probably 21, and I can't explain it. And that's when I was kind of like, okay, something's happening. So, and I started doing more looking into it. And then in 2000 is when I guess joined the field of such wisdom.
Such a wisdom. I love it.
For me, it was basically, I was scared to death of it. And I wanted to try to figure out why I was afraid of it, why I was afraid of the dark, why I was afraid of, things that are, going bump in the night, if you will, or whatever. So I wanted to immerse myself in trying to figure out exactly what was out there. And then along with a couple other law enforcement guys, we started a group and just started trying to find answers. And that's how I got involved in it.
That's
It's all
awesome.
my wife's fault. She was always into it. I grew up fishing and hunting, farming. I was like Joe, skeptic, but I was dismissive. It was above my pay grade. Didn't pay attention to it. We went to an investigation at a local location. The first night there, I met Joe and another guy named Brian Hensley. About 2 weeks later, I met Jason. But Joe and me sat on the front patio of the place talking till like 7 o'clock in the morning. And finally, the other guy was with us looked at me and said, "So, you go hunting and fishing all the time?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "So if you go fishing all day, you don't catch a fish, does that mean they don't exist?" And it put it into a context that my mind could actually say, "Wait a minute, have I truly not believed in it, or have I just been closed-minded and dismissive?" So with my way my ADHD works, it made me totally flip the switch and immerse myself tenfold into it. And in fact, we ended up moving into that haunted location and lived there for about 4.5 years, and with all the investigations and stuff. And knowing that it was that way, we moved into it. There's a post-town school here in Middletown, Ohio, and we got highly involved. And stay involved now. Can't get away.
I know that
Love
feeling.
Right?
Well, guys, I want to thank you guys for being here. You guys are all very unique in your own right. Thank you so much for being on Darkwoods Paranormal and spending the hour with Raven and myself. What is the most pressing place you guys have been in? Let's start out big when it comes to paranormal.
It's a hard one.
I'm sorry, I'll give you an easier. So how's the weather outside, gentlemen?
Right.
Is that better? I mean, is that good?
We are such a different way that we investigate. There's no location that any of us has been into. We've been traveling all over the country that we
Right.
don't go. None of us use any kind of prayers, protections, or anything like that. We say no blessings. We take no amulets or nothing. I'm very well known for saying the things that can, and so is Joe and Jason, that you can hit me, kick me, scratch me, channel through me, and possess me if you think you can. And all these years, nothing's ever happened. We've been through, God, I can't even name all the locations. So, and nothing's ever happened. We tend to push the envelope very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can say there's one location that draws me to it and keeps me there is the Collingwood Arts Center that you had mentioned. I've been working with Lexi and the Collingwood for years. We do a big convention where I bring in a bunch of my buddies from the TV and the movies and all that stuff. It's a big fundraiser to raise money for that location. But it's 80,000 square feet of investigative space. And it's just huge historic here in Toledo. It started off in the 1870s as just a mansion. They lost it financially. The Ursuline Order of Nuns purchased it and built on in 1905. And they made it an all-girls college, which my mother actually attended.
Oh, wow.
And was there for college. So when I met Lexi and started getting involved there, that place has a special place in my heart. So I'm always, like if I'm out in my cruiser, I'll stop and just have lunch in the parking lot. Or, I mean, I have keys, so on days off, I'll just go walk. Like it's always calling me to be there. It's a place that I love to be, and I love walking the halls. But I mean, as far as the question you had, I don't think there's anything that's ever. There's nothing evil or demonic or whatever there, but it's definitely a place that draws me to it. Like I have to be there. I enjoy being in there. We do tours. I help run all the paranormal investigations, public and private there. I just enjoy being there. It's like it's become a part of me, if you will. But that's the closest. All the other places are great and they're fun. And depending on what you're there for, if you're there for an event or if you're actually there to investigate, with a small group or something like that, it just differs with the other locations that we've done over the last 15, 20 years.
Thank you for your public service too, Jason. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Wow. For me, man, I'd say between the Collingwood, because I had a pretty good experience there, and then the Brumder Mansion in Milwaukee.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I've been going to that place, I think, since 2007. Tom and Julie, the owners, are great people.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I actually think, and I don't know for sure, but I think I actually saw a full-bodied apparition there. So.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah. But so I want to, I guess, you guys, obviously you met at different time, or you kind of had your own paranormal stuff, and then you met and then you started everything that you do together. How did that happen? First of all, like you kind of briefly touched on how you met, but how did you guys kind of start working together? And then what have you learned from each other? You're very different individuals, you have different personalities. What have you learned, and how does that help your investigation or investigations?
So I'll just do one real quick. So Jay and I, these guys have been doing podcasts way before I ever was thinking about doing podcasts. Jay got me into doing it. We were doing on another network and whatever. And then Jay and I were like, you know what? Let's start our own little show. And so we got everything together, and we were talking. We're like, well, what guests should we have on our first show? So it's kind of cool. It's a big thing. We're just launching, whatever. And Jay was like, well, let's bring Joe on. Like, you know what? That'd be a great thing. So we brought Joe on 10 years ago, and Joe's never left.
Yeah.
He's never left the podcast. He just kind of, and it's funny. We just, hey man, what are you doing? You want to come back? Yeah, man, I'll come back. And then it just become the three J's, and we've been doing that kind of stuff.
It's like a bad STD. It just doesn't go away.
I love it, man. So
Yeah.
I mean, you guys definitely are seasoned. So every time we talk to somebody, I always ask a question: what is the paranormal? Is it leftover residue? Is it actually a spirit that didn't leave? What is the paranormal? Let's start with Joe. Put you on the spot there, my friend.
Jason, you got the checkbook.
I got
right?
the check. I got the checkbook.
This is where I tend to upset people.
It's okay. Upset away.
I got
Get real used to
permission.
it.
You know, in a weird way, I can say I don't know. I do not believe in possessions and oh my god, my vape is now possessed and let's call up a TV show and I don't get into like house cleansings and I don't think that we have that power, but honestly, to me, it's all energy, right? It has to go somewhere. So that's what I think is going on. And like I said, probably completely wrong. Who knows? Probably got someone watching over my shoulder right now. I don't know. But I don't think it's what we're led to believe that it is. So.
Good answer, by the way. I like that. I really do.
Mm-hmm. I'm not offended. I'm
Jason.
still feeling okay.
Actually, that was the Disney version. So
Yeah, that was definitely Disney. That was
right.
way Disney.
Right. Yeah.
I just think it's stuff that we can't explain it. It's you can I use this all the time. You're sitting at home watching TV, and your light bulb blows. Where you're like, oh hell, I haven't replaced that in a while. Yeah, it's the light bulb. Same situation, but you're sitting there going, if there's anybody here in the room with us, can you give us a sign? The light bulb blows. So now is that a bad light bulb, or is that something that's trying to, contact us or, make itself known to us or whatever? I just think that the paranormal is something that I hate the term, and they use it all the time. Experts. How do we have experts in this field that we know little to nothing about?
Right.
You might be an expert in like science, or you might be an expert in this kind of stuff, but we're using tools that aren't meant for this. I mean,
Right.
I haven't seen anything yet that's been developed strictly for hunting down spirits and apparitions and whatever. I will tell you, I've been on a ton of investigations where really weird shit has happened, and it's cool, and you can't explain it, but it's just stuff that how are you going to say that for sure? You can get all the pictures, you can get all the videos, and that's the other thing. We can be walking down the hallway, and I can get a full body apparition, walk from one side of the room to the other, and show it to everybody, and 80% of the people are going to go, "Oh, that's AI. Oh, that's not
Right.
real."
Right.
So, I never will say to anybody, that's not what that is. We've been to a ton of conventions where it's, they're showing a picture of their baby and their mom just died a week ago, and there's an orb above the baby's head, and they're like, I think that's my mom. If you think that's your mom, then that's your mom. I'm
Right.
not going to tell you it's not your mom. I'm not going to say it's dust or moisture. So I think we get caught up in trying to label things and trying to do things that it's just not. We don't know anything about it.
that was the situation that turned me around. Because I used to rip people to shreds with photos and orbs and this. And at a convention, there was a guy, and you could watch him walking around, doing the tour, showing everyone these photos. And I was like, oh boy, here we go, And of course, he found me, and everyone was just like, oh, this is going to be bad. And he's like, hey, do you got a minute? And I'm like, yep, go ahead. And he showed me this picture, and it was an orb photo. It's numerous ones. And I was like, I was like literally half a minute away from just ruining this guy's life. And he was like, I think it's my wife. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, she died, I don't remember, maybe 6 months ago or something like that. And I'm like, oh. And he is like, I get up every day and I get these pictures, and I truly believe it's my wife. What do you think? And I was like, and the little voice inside me said, Joe, don't do it.
Mhm.
And I told him, I said, you know what? I can't tell you what that is. But if that's what gets you going every day, who am I to ruin that for you? And I kind of turned my thoughts around a little bit after that.
That's cool though, man.
That day his heart grew 3 sizes bigger.
I just want to know, Joe, for as little as you are, how little is that voice?
Oh man.
It was a text.
But that just that does say something though about like empathy, right? Like, I mean, you guys are making a really important point in the fact that, like, you know, somebody who desperately believes that this could be something, and I know we've mentioned how important it is to be skeptics, and I wanted to touch on that a little bit when we can touch on that little after Jay answers his
right.
question. But I just wanted to say, like, that is important too, to just have that empathetic nature, and to say that for somebody that could be 100%, like, that's their reality, and we can't really, yeah.
Yep.
So
And reality is
and
perception, you know?
Honestly, how can we say it's not?
Right.
exactly.
I mean, it very
yeah.
well could be.
Could.
You know, and you're taking this guy and throwing him under the bus, and no, it's not. It's done. How do you know?
You don't
I
know.
mean, you don't know.
Right.
You have no idea.
Yep.
So, all right, Jay, you have to answer the
Papa.
question too. What is?
Oh, mine's real easy. I can honestly say 100% without a doubt, with absolute knowledge and belief in it, that we absolutely know nothing about what we're doing. That it is so faith-based, so belief-based, and so unproven. You, like Jason just said, anything you put out, you cannot 100% prove it, and the other person cannot 100% disprove it.
Right.
Now, even if you can disprove it, if that person truly wants to believe it, they're going to. They're going to have that faith and hold on to that. So we're at the stage right now that is such a novelty into the beginning knowledge of this that we have no way to be able to say yes or no to anything, and to maintain an open mind. But as you just said, a skeptical mind. That's how you progress in knowledge and education. That's the only direction we can go with it. We have 1% do not know what we don't know and what we do know.
I actually liked all you guys' answers. For me, it's we don't know, and I enjoy that aspect because I think life is funner when there's mystery. And if we took all the mystery out of life, it'd be boring. So one of the things, if you don't mind me hitting on Raven, that disappoints me in the paranormal field is the money grab aspect of it, where you go, you rent a house for $800, and you sit there and you get bed bugs or something. I mean, I'm always very interested, but at the same time, I respect some of the buildings, the historic value of them. What about you, gentlemen? What do you think?
Go ahead, guys.
Yeah,
I was going to say, this one I'm going to have to get the checkbook out for Joe. I know that one for sure.
yeah.
But what Jason already said about Collingwood, we're very, very into helping preserve these historical
Absolutely
locations and stuff. And we pretty much work with most of the ones that we work with, all maintain a very high standard and a very affordable approach that is about the building and not putting none of the places we work with puts money in a single individual's pocket. Every bit of it unequivocally goes back into that building. And that's how we continue to do what we do and why we do what we do, because it is about that historical preservation. We not only need to tell the paranormal story, we need to tell the historical story. It's all part of the story.
Right.
With us as a group, the only time we will ever accept anything is if we're traveling to a location for an event and we're being brought in, travel and that kind of thing. but then we usually end up doing a bunch of dumb stuff anyways to raise money for the place. Like we do eating
Right.
challenge, all that. We do eating challenges and all kinds of stuff, and we raise a bunch of money while we're there, and then we donate it back. So with
Joe
the
and Casey
counting,
got to wear a snake and a spider soon.
yeah, nah,
Maybe.
yeah. But the Collingwood, 100%, everything that we do there, that money goes directly back to the Collingwood, and they're trying to preserve it. You know, it's like I said, the front mansion's been around since 1870,
Wow.
and then the rest of it was 1905. So it's a big historic landmark here, and it's continuing to grow, and it's a safe haven for like the LGBTQ community. Lexi is the director of Pride in this area, so it has a lot of different functions for that building, and we support it. We support it 100%, and anything we can do to give back to that building, we do. So, and we've never had a problem there. When you're talking about the places that are the money grabs and that kind of thing, there's a ton of them out there. There's a ton that have been called out for faking evidence or, running small sound and all that stuff. At the end of the day, it's that person's decision, that group or whatever that's going there, knowing that these things have been said about this place or whatever. And if you want to take 500 or $1,000 and go to some place that everybody's saying stay away from, that's your prerogative. And if that's the way you want to spend your money, go ahead. But unfortunately, there is a lot of places out there now that do that, and it's a shame. It really is. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah.
For people listening later to the audio version, you
Right.
just took that zipper and zipped it off.
I have a hard time with that topic. Yes, there are some places that we have worked with that we have seen that do like what they do at Collingwood. You know, it goes back into the place. I get it. I love history. I'm all about that. There's some people out there that are just stupid. And I'm not even talking about the people that are paying to go investigate. I'm talking
Love
about
that.
the actual location owners. Like, here's a thought: get a pencil, fill out a job application, stop trying to get rich off of.
Get the checkbook, Jason.
Yeah,
No, go ahead. He's good so far.
yeah. I just, because some of these rates are just unreal, right? And it's clear what the bigger picture is for you, and it just to me that's wrong. You're taking a community of people that probably are not millionaires, right? So they're even you, Jay, that are scrounging, and I was one of them, right? I've done it myself, right? Where we're all trying to, all right, well, I've got 200, and I didn't have $200 to go blow on 8 hours of hanging out in the dark and spiders, but I did it, right? And as I progressed through this field and got to where we are now, it's like, wow, like I was one of those dummies, right? So it's like, but you know what? I got to go places that I normally wouldn't go. Got to experience things that I normally wouldn't experience. So I wouldn't take it back, but it's just it's getting crazy now. So.
I think those are all pretty good answers, actually.
Very
So,
good, actually. You
thank
guys are
you.
very well
We're
grounded.
smarter
That's
than we
awesome.
look.
I wasn't going to say anything, but
I will.
you really are.
You really are. You're real boys.
Come on, real boy. You're a good boy.
This is going a lot better than I thought it was.
Oh, just
They're
wait.
about to derail, I could tell.
Joe hasn't cussed yet.
Oh no! So I love that, first of all, and we definitely love the idea, obviously, of like preserving historic places. Like that should be the number one priority when people are spending or like taking advantage of other people, like by charging a lot of money. Like it takes away from the story of what that building is, or it takes away from the people who actually do have experiences. That's one of the things, like we kind of feel like when you're doing something that's like maybe making things up, like you're saying, like, falsifying evidence. Well, what about the people that actually had those experiences? You're making it so they don't seem credible
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
But that goes into the whole thing that I've said for years. I've been to a location. I know that people start saying that at 10 o'clock at night, between 10 o'clock and 10:15, the shadow comes across the wall and goes down there. Within about a month, people start catching that evidence, and they made that completely up. They made that completely up because a saying I say all the time: are you experiencing a manifestation, or are you manifesting your experience? Both of them are absolutely amazing things to have happen, but only one of them is truly paranormal. The mind is a very powerful tool. The power of suggestion is real. We all know it is. I mean, even animals go to the point of having false pregnancies because they believe that they are. So it's not just a human thing; it is a thing within nature. So getting people to follow along and believe that, and then getting them to charge people and have people pay you for that exploitation makes us extremely mad. And we've been in those situations where we debate with people about it.
Yeah, I have no problem saying it.
Yeah, it needs to be addressed because it's not fair to the people. But on the same aspect, like Jason said, if you're approached with that and you're told, hey, we know for a fact this is made up, you go, I don't care, I'm going to go investigate, I'm going to pay my way anyway.
Sure.
Okay. But are you experiencing a manifestation or are you manifesting your experience?
Right.
Now you have an even harder time of proving the paranormal. Now you have to prove the paranormal and disprove your manifestation. You're totally incredible anymore. Without credibility,
I actually like
you don't
that.
really have a whole lot in this field.
That's good, because when everything is paranormal, nothing is.
Right.
You know, and we've said that many times in this program. One thing that I want to make sure that our point goes across, that history is worth preserving, because I feel, it's my own personal opinion, that there's forces always working so hard to remove history. Without it, it's gone. We no longer know where we came from or who we are. So history is very, very important to preserve. What do you think, Raymond?
I 100% agree with you there. I mean, we know that it is, and the stories, that's one of the things. And part of the reason, like, we love to do a podcast too, is to tell people stories. Or, one of the reasons we started doing this was because we know that, people, and it's gotten better, but like when people would tell their stories and no one ever believed them, like, we wanted to give that kind of voice to people that had these experiences. So that was one of the reasons. I love that you guys are talking about that.
Very well grounded, absolutely.
I mean, who are we to tell you that who am I to tell you that you didn't have that experience?
Right.
I mean, what am I gaining from it? And what are you gaining from telling me a story that didn't happen?
More followers on Facebook.
Well, yeah. I mean, then you got the social media and the TikToks and all that stuff. But I mean,
My
seriously,
ghost story happened to me.
If it,
Zach Bagan of it all. I love it.
That's our term for it. The Zach Bagans of it all.
He's my hero.
Big check. Big check. Big check.
That's a big check.
Yeah. That's the one I got to write down on the big cardboard one.
Yeah.
Get your crayon to write on it.
Well, guys, what do you guys believe in when it comes to cryptids? Now, I go back and forth on Bigfoot. Listen, I think when something is so commercialized, it no longer is, and Bigfoot has a lot of money backing it. I can buy Bigfoot underwear to Bigfoot socks,
Which
so
you should.
it's a money grab.
Bigfoot,
but that can be said with anything, ghosts or anything else. Have you guys ever caught any evidence? There you go. I think those are mine. Jay, if you bring them back, brother, that'd be great.
Dark Realm TV boxers. That's amazing.
I like it.
And socks.
And socks. See what I mean? I love it. Have you guys? What's your belief in cryptozoology? We'll start with Joe, because Joe's awesome.
Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead, Joe.
He wanted to start with Joe because Joe made the most amazing face when you.
He's like, not me, man, not me. I'm like, yes, sir.
Joe's like, I'm peacing out.
Usually, there's a lot of topics that I just kind of sit back on, and but I obviously not tonight. No, but I'm not a big believer Bigfoot, stuff like that. But again, how do we know, right? I just think it's so, like you guys said, it's so like commercialized that it's just hard for me to believe. And I get it, like they're elusive or jump through dimensions and all this other stuff, right? But somebody has got to smoke one, whether it be like on a dark, windy road one night. I mean, like, come on, because I mean, I hit a deer. Like Wisconsin, there's deer everywhere, right?
No, they jump in front of your car, man.
Oh,
They
mine
literally
didn't even wave at me.
jump in front.
Yeah.
Hey.
If memory serves me right, there's one or two people that actually have a body of Bigfoot or Sasquatch or
yeah.
whatever, and they show it to people and nobody believes them.
Or know the language, or whatever. But again, like, I mean, I guess it could be very possible that there is some sort of species like that out there. I don't think it is, like, I don't think you had relations with one. I don't think they come in your backyard and sit by the fire with you. I mean,
Kind of like peanut butter, I hear.
And s'mores. That's just what I hear. The word on the street.
Oh, they like
God.
s'mores.
Or was it like Suzy Q's or something? I don't know.
Yes. Yeah.
Some kind of hostess product.
And beef jerky, being from Wisconsin.
Well, yes, I'm
Jack
very
Lynch
close.
said so.
I'm very
Yeah.
close to it. But yeah, I guess, like I said, I mean, we find different species weekly, right?
Mhm.
So it is very possible. I just don't think it's out there as much as, again, that we're led to believe.
Right.
Mhm.
Jason, how do you feel, my friend?
You know what? I've never seen one,
Mhm.
but not saying that they don't exist. It's for it not to exist, for all the tales and the folklore and everything that's been around. It just with like the UFOs and the aliens on the pyramids back from thousands of years ago.
Cave
They're
drawings and
they're there too. So unless it's just been a story that has stuck over the course of time and translated into whatever, I can't say that I don't believe in it. I think that it'd be silly to think that we're the only ones running around. I think that there's a lot of things out there that we, again, don't know anything about, with shapeshifters and all that kind of stuff. I definitely believe that they're out there. I'd love to see one. But I say that until you're 10 feet away from one and it's
Right.
15 feet and it's hungry, then what? Then I
S'mores.
gotta take Joe out of my backpack, set him down so he can take off running. But
At least you take him out.
That
Well,
was
yeah,
nice of you.
Sacrifice
Jason,
me.
damn, man.
I'm not going down with him. He's coming
Yeah.
out.
he
I'm
just
gone.
takes the backpack off. He doesn't take it out of the
he's
backpack.
sacrificing
Oh no,
you.
he just
No,
throws the
no.
backpack on the ground and runs.
Quick
They're not going to
release.
sacrifice him. They know the old man can't run no more. He's too fat and old.
I'm gonna say I don't have to run fast. I just got to run faster than you.
Hey,
That's right.
I'm done. I'm history.
I'm not above tripping you.
To say that it doesn't exist, I think that's kind of a foolish statement because I think
How
that
do we
there's
know?
a ton of things out there
Right?
that exist that we don't get to see. I've answered this question with Jay enough times. I was going to steal a whole bunch of his stuff, so we had nothing
Do
to
it.
say.
Do
But
it.
I won't.
That way I
Nope.
have to talk.
No, we won't. No, because this is your thing, man. This
Yeah,
is your
that's your
wheelhouse.
department.
Because
All right, Jay.
Well,
That means it's you.
I've never seen or experienced any of it. Like I said, I'm one of the founding members of the North American Dogman Project. I was the tracker for the Dog Boys. I've spent a lot of time. I've spent my entire time on the woods, farming, fishing, hunting, all that, and I've never experienced anything. But I always tend to go back to Harriet and the Hendersons, the old movie.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
Everybody, if you're a Bigfoot person, you know Harriet Hendersons. You love them.
Mhm.
I love that movie.
At the end of the movie, they turned Harry loose.
Right.
And when he went to say goodbye, the female stood up on the side of the road. Then the little child stood up on the side of the road.
Mhm.
You didn't see them until they stood up. If I make a proper ghillie suit, for the environment that I'm in, you can be within inches of me. As long as I don't move or make a noise, you'll never know I was there. That's humans imitating nature.
Right.
Let me say that again. That's humans imitating nature. It means that nature can already do this.
Right.
Our arrogance,
Mhm.
thinking that we are the supreme species and we have supreme intelligence, makes us think that we are far better and far more knowledgeable than we truly are. And we have such a small understanding of our environment, our planet, and our universe that our arrogance is what's keeping us from experiencing more. I've also, when I got involved in the Bigfoot community, I put out a little thing said, just coming from your perspective, what if they are truly a part of the Fae folk? And if you know anything about Irish culture and all that stuff,
Mhm.
the Fae are fairies. And a bunch of them got mad, like, we know you're not fairies. And I'm like, but you're not listening to me. What if they are here? They're here all around us all the time, but they see just how stupid and destructive we are to our planet. And the moment that we decide to stop being so arrogant and start working with our planet, that they won't come to know us better like we used to know in the cave drawings and things. It's all about our own actual lack of intelligence and our arrogance that's holding us back from progressing so much further, and not just the cryptid field, but the paranormal, UFOs, and everything else. We're limited; they're not. So it's a matter of looking at it from a different perspective. And of course, that created a whole big scene, and I was going to be banned and barred and whatever.
And see, we actually travel with a dog man, and we actually travel with a Bigfoot. So
Yeah.
we have
Mhm.
Bodine the Bigfoot that we've taken with us. He's actually at Jay's house, or in the woods behind Jay's house. And the dog man is actually running around with Joe.
In
But
Wisconsin.
we travel all over the country and take him to different conventions and have a great time with him. So
Kids love him.
yeah,
But I want to say, I think we've asked that question. We've obviously, like, Bigfoot is one of the topics we cover a lot on this show, and we've asked this question to a lot of people. And Jay, I want to say right now, you have the best answer that I have heard so far
Yes,
out of
sir.
Scares the
all
hell
of
out
the
of me.
people. No, you do though. And what I mean, okay, so we've had a conversation too with other people. Think about when you're a child, right? Or children or animals, right? They have that kind of sixth sense or that intuition or whatever that they follow. And at some point, because we get older,
They have
we're
been
told,
corrupted.
we're told,
right.
yes, we're told to turn that off. We're
Mhm.
nope, can't believe that, you can't believe that, can't believe that. So like we're just turning it off. Certain people who, some people that are mediums, whatever they believe that they can see, hear, smell different things, maybe they can because they have opened that in themselves. Where like most of the other people out here are like, nope, 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 we're 100% skeptic. We're not going to have these experiences because we have closed it off.
You
Does
can
that
just say Joe. That's all right.
Right.
Joe?
Ask Joe the question. Joe, will you go Bigfoot hunting with Jay and Jason in the woods sometime?
Uh,
Why?
I
Because
don't know.
it's dark and there's spiders.
Yeah,
And tick.
Oh,
I don't even care about the
yes.
ticks.
I will take a spider over a tick any day.
Oh no, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
You can't see the tick, but it
So
will
what?
find you. It'll find you.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Until
I'll
until it
find it
burrows into
eventually.
your skin. Yeah.
That's fine.
No, I know.
I've pulled so many of those off me. No. Mm-mm.
No, no thanks.
All right.
Well,
all right.
on the topic of UFOs, so the government supposedly put a great big huge data dump, and I don't really think it was that massive. Where do you guys stand on UFOs? I personally don't think that, arrogant enough to think that we're the only ones, right? The jump in technology, from when I was a kid, all of a sudden we have microwaves and, we went to the moon. We didn't go to the moon, really, probably, But,
I'll get my own
what do you
checkbook
guys,
out on that one. I'll get my own
and that
checkbook
is
out on
even
that one.
this last one. So I gotta stop for a second. I was so disappointed on whoever they hired to pretend they went to space. I literally was sitting there at a Famous Dave's in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, waiting to pick up my food, and they literally had a paper cutout of the spaceship, and they're going like this to show you what it looks like in space. And I thought, do they have no money left in the budget to pretend to use grok or something just to come up with something? I was so disappointed on how they portrayed going to space. They must really think that we're all just absolutely morons. But
do.
anyway,
Drink the Kool-Aid.
on UFOs, we're gonna stay with Jay. Sorry about that. I'll get off my tantrum for a second. Jay, I think that we are not the only ones in the universe. I myself have seen things I can't explain, and I think that's the fun of life, like I alluded to earlier. How do you stand on UFOs, my friend?
Go, Jason.
Jay, go ahead.
No,
No, Jason, go ahead, Jason.
Yeah,
You got it, my
Jason's
friend.
won on this one.
I love it.
Here we go.
Well,
Write
so
the check,
UFOs
right?
No, yeah, I'm going to have to write my own check here. UFOs, you know, how many times do you just sit out in the back and look up at the sky and you see things going back, not planes, not anything. I'm in my hot tub all the time. Actually, I'm missing my hot tub because I can't get in it for a couple of weeks. But anyways, but I just sit out there and just stare up at the sky, and you see stuff going back and forth all the time. Not that, you know, and there's, well, it's satellites, well, it's, but I mean, like you said, with the jump in technology, with all the stuff that we have, and then you have AI, you've got all these other things that have just been thrown in there. Again, I think we're ignorant to think that we're the only ones. I do believe in UFOs. I do believe in that kind of stuff. Again, have I ever met a little green guy in my backyard? No, never seen one. Would I love to?
Backpack.
Absolutely, yeah. My little Frodo. But it's, I honest to God, I do think that there's a ton more out there. And we would need a whole nother show to talk about the moon landing with me, because that's a whole nother, I think Hollywood's a great thing. And I think that hangars were definitely used to do some filming. And this last one, I mean, Jesus, they showed glitches in the green screen, for God's sakes, live on TV.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, people. Oh, that wasn't. It sure the hell was. It was right there. You guys were watching it, and there's glitches on the green screen of these guys. Supposedly, 2 of them were from Central Casting. 2 of them were actual actors from Central Casting.
Yeah.
And now they're astronauts.
Yep.
Come on.
Hey, Uncle
Like,
Dan
geez.
said it was real.
Like,
Hey,
geez.
Katy Perry went to space. Shut up.
Yeah, oh, they went, and then you see them land, and they open the door from the inside. They push
Yeah,
it, and then the guy
yeah,
comes up
yeah.
and pushes it shut,
Yeah.
and then they act like they get a screwdriver to open it. This atmosphere is thousands of degrees, and these people are just touching the outside of this metal capsule that just.
The water cooled it off.
I really would want to believe it, but there's just no.
So, before we continue on, I just got to make an observation. So, I watched the capsule land, and it took them like a half hour to put this stupid balloon thing around it. Now, if I was going to pretend to put people in space and land them in the water and make sure I filmed it as far away as I possibly could so you couldn't really see it, don't you think if they could pretend to bring somebody to outer space, they would have made a better, easier exit from the capsule other than some balloon slide thing? How stupid is that?
Yeah.
Do you guys see that?
I mean, the whole thing is just like, I didn't hardly even want to watch most of it, and I don't want to be that guy, because there's a lot of people out there that are like, guess we did, and that's I'm like, if that's what you want to believe, perfect, man, perfect. You know,
They
but
said the balloon slide. Hey, Joe, we know where the slide went to your bouncy house.
Right.
yeah,
Been looking for that.
and like you said, NASA's budget is hundreds of millions of dollars like a day, and you can't. I mean, come on, people.
Who lined
little-
their pockets
little
on that
popsicle
one, and
sticks.
how do I get involved?
Right?
You know what I mean?
We need some.
We're in the
Yeah,
right
we
job.
do. We could do a
mean-
better job at pretending going space than what I just saw just a month ago. You know?
My biggest question is, why are we not going back to the moon? Going back to the moon.
We lost all that technology, Joe.
No,
Back in
we
the 60s.
recorded over it accidentally,
Yeah.
Jason. Accidentally, that
It's
tape what was labeled "Do not record over," and somebody did.
Because I'll tell you what, whatever cell carrier they had back then, that was some awesome stuff, man.
No, it was
Because
good.
They
I
even
have
filmed it
problems in
leaving the
town.
moon. Yep.
Right.
I have problems in town getting a good connection sometimes, and yet the president could be like, "Hey, I'm proud of you."
I
You guys
literally,
offended
I've
me.
said
I
that
know we
same
went to the
thing.
moon.
We were sorry, Jay. We most certainly did. Not only did we go there, we came back twice.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think it offended them.
This time we didn't. This time we didn't do it because we'd already been there. So why do we got to go
Yeah,
again?
we're just
yeah.
going around.
We're
We're
just going out and around
we're
it.
just going around the block, my friend. That's all.
Yeah.
We're good. Yeah. Nothing to see.
And the
I
way
have
they stored the
feelings.
land, And the way they stored the Land Rover on the side of that little ship that they had, that you could never see it until all of a sudden it's there and put together. That's some awesome work.
Jason,
mean-
excuse me. They folded it up. Didn't you see it? They
Yeah.
folded it up, put it in a pocket, undid it. It was like a micro machine. All of a sudden, poof!
Just
there
add
it was.
Yeah, it was like
just
one of
add
those
water. Somebody peed
airlock
on it.
things.
It made it
Yeah,
grow.
was
Yeah.
like airlock things, and they cut it open, and it's kind of like you do
Origami
with-
is some hard stuff to do back on it.
Yes, it is.
yeah.
So-
I love it. You guys are awesome.
This brings me though, hey, back to the skepticism question
Yes.
and why skepticism is so important. If you think about it, like, so much, and I say this a lot because I loved the X-Files. I still love the X-Files. It's one of the only shows that I will ever rewatch. Like, I will not rewatch shows except for the X-Files. But the reason that I always bring up the X-Files is because, in the X-Files, it's I want to believe, right? I want to believe that everything out there is real. Like, I would love, myself would love to believe in Bigfoot. I would love to believe in the Loch Ness Monster. I would love to believe in the Dog Man. I would love to believe in that toad weird creature that I don't even know where he is in Ohio, I think.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Loveland, Ohio.
Yes.
The Loveland
Thank you,
Frogman.
the toad guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where they get their chili recipe from. Oh, sorry.
I hear it's good chili, though. I mean, in their defense.
No, it ain't. That's
No,
nasty.
it's not.
So
That's nasty.
Jay's ridden him at least once.
Hey, he's got some great legs.
Oh my God. I bet you he did, Good
Right.
for him.
Yeah.
But all that to be said, or I would love to believe that we went to the moon, and I did until, a couple years ago when sense just didn't make sense anymore. But all of that to be said, why is it important as paranormal investigators, paranormal researchers, as people, as just anybody in general, why is it important to be a skeptic?
Because too many people are too willing to lie to do anything.
Because
No
being
matter
skeptic,
whether it's
you're thinking
paranormal,
for yourself.
All right.
whatever. No matter whether it's just day-to-day life. People have become so desperate to want to be something or have something
Yeah.
instead of working for it and earning it, that they wanted to fake it until they make it has become the
Right.
primary saying, and that's exactly right. They want to fake it till they make it instead of making it by hard work, dedication, and moving forward in a positive direction and a supporting direction.
Well, it's like even getting into this field, right? And this is going to sound so selfish and so horrible. I didn't do this for other people. I didn't do this to help people.
Nope.
Screw that, right? I did this for me because I wanted answers.
Mm-hmm.
You just end up helping people along the way, which
Right.
to me
Right.
is the cool part. But like everyone's like, well, I got into this because I had an experience and I want to help people. Oh, shut up. Stop lying. Like, stop, right? Like, stop your TikTok video. Like, come on, right? Just be honest with yourself, right? And I used to catch a lot of flack about that comment, and
Oh, he said flat.
I did. I'm being
He's
good.
very Disney today.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I
Extra
have
points.
feelings.
Extra points, Joe. Extra points.
I put a gold star next to my name. But yeah, like it's just like I said, for me and like for other people, it's different. But for me, it's all about getting answers for myself.
Right.
And whether it be UFOs and the moon landing and cryptids and anything. So
I agree. You got to think for yourself. Take in what everybody's saying. Take in what the news is saying. Take in what everybody's saying, and then come to your own conclusion.
Yeah.
Come to your own thing. You don't.
I promise you, I can go to a location right now, come up with a story,
Mm.
and within 2 months, people have had that experience.
100%.
Because it goes-
100%.
it goes back to
Manifestation,
what
we
Jay
manifested
said,
our
yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
I'll say that a billion
It is.
times.
It has happened to me. That's why I don't like to know claims of places that I go now. We did a private residence one time, and of course it was we see this little child and we hear kids and blah blah blah. And we were down this is 100 years ago, and we were down in the basement, and me and one of the other guys on the team, and sure as shit, I could hear a kid giggling, right? And it would just be every so often. And I was like, okay, because this stuff with kids creeps me out. But so I'm like, I don't like this. And come to find out, we searched around this basement and we found a little drainage in the floor. And there was a little pipe, and there was just drops of water dropping into this pipe, and the echo of it from the other side of the room sounded just like a little kid giggling.
Wow.
But because I had listened to the goat nut claims that this person gave me, right? That's what was in my head, and that's what I heard.
Well,
I thought you were going to get Goat Networked in tonight. I'm so happy.
Yeah. There's that thing on, and it's all over social media, where the professor he plays this clip, and he says, "Listen to this clip, and tell me what you hear." And the students listen to the clip, and then he puts a phrase on the projector and says, "Now listen to this clip again," and you play it, and now you're hearing what's the clip that the professor. So you can, like Jay says all the time, you can trick your brain into like, oh no, that's what I'm hearing.
Yep.
No, that's what I'm hearing. It's just like what Joe was just saying. It's the same thing. If you're going in and they say, oh, there's a little kid laughing, then you're going to try your hardest to try to figure out if you can hear a little kid crying, and then you hear it sound like that or laughing or whatever. Then it's like, oh my God, I do hear it. Well, is it or isn't it? You know. And then that's when you got to start investigating more like they did and figure out what it is.
But a lot of people will stop there because someone else has caught that too, so my evidence is validated and so is theirs.
Right.
Well, you both validated that you heard a water dripping. You didn't investigate further to find out what the cause was.
Right.
That's that skeptic coming in to push it further.
Right.
Very good.
So where do you guys land on the Mandela effect with the Serum project and stuff? Do you think that we have altered reality or combined them?
Absolutely.
Oh, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, my friend.
It has messed
Jay,
up
you
my
have the
childhood.
You have the best reactions ever, Jay, by the way.
Oh, because this is a bad one because I think it's okay. This would be more of a PG and not Disney. It's
Disney version.
Bullshit. I have said for the longest time, Jason Joe's made fun of me for it. I truly think it's absolutely a way for them to manipulate everything else, just like they are changing history. I firmly have said it for a long time. If all I had to do is Google it, and Google says that this is the answer, and I go with that and I don't look no further, then they can tell me exactly what the future and the past is. It's all about control and manipulation of what we're doing. They proved that with the Through the Loom. The lady kept saying about the cornucopia. They said it never happened. She found a shirt from 20 years back, and it was there in the tag. We all know that it was there.
Yeah.
It is complete control and manipulation, trying to control the masses and control the public.
I think it's a test.
It's not a test. They're testing us, all right, to see if we're dumb enough.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
Control the
I
past,
think
you control the future. Absolutely.
Like eliminating the past, tearing down the statues, all that stuff. It's all about not teaching the kids how to read cursive when all your historical documents, including the Declaration of Independence, is written in cursive. They can no longer read that document. So now they're going to say, don't worry, we'll tell you what that document says. You don't need to read it for yourself. We tell you what it means. This is what your amendment actually says. This is what it actually means, because you can't read it for yourself, you poor uneducated clod.
From cradle to grave, my friend. Cradle to grave.
I was going to say
my opinion on it. I think it's all mind control.
I was going to say the same thing, Jay. It starts in the school. It starts with the young kids. They've taken away, I have 3 kids, and over the course of time, they've taken away spelling. They've taken away cursive. They've taken away all that stuff. Now it's all, OMG and WTF and all the little short versions on how to do sentences, and it's all that stuff. And then now you've got AI. Now you've got all this other stuff. So they're controlling the masses and telling you, no, this is what this means. This is what that means. This is what's going on.
They can't do it with us, so they're trying to challenge our memories. If they can tell us that our memories are wrong and their interpretation of our memories is right, and we believe them and not ourselves and know what we know, we're not just as controllable as the generation that's been manipulated.
That happened when I took my son to get his driver's license years ago. And I was like, all right, buddy, you got to print your name here. You got to sign there. And he hands me back the paper, and I'm like, hey, dummy, you just printed your name twice. Like, sign your name. And he's like, I don't know how. And I'm like, oh, man, please don't mess with me in public, because I will knock you out right here. And he's like, no, Dad, I don't know how to write cursing. And I'm like, no, man, come on, stop. Like, I was waiting for like Ashton Kutcher to come out because I got punked or something. And my wife's like, no, don't kill him, because they literally stopped teaching that in school. And I was like, yeah, there's no way. And yeah,
My son can't read. He was a
I work with people right now. They're like, I can't read cursive. And I'm like, oh man, get away from me. Like,
Get kids these days to try to read a clock. That's
Yeah.
not.
Oh, that's not digital. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Manipulation and control. You wanted. I put my hands in my mouth to stop it. You told me to let it out, so by God, I did.
I mean, so look at it. Look at how close they were of us hiding our own identity during the whole COVID thing, which didn't really matter. The mask didn't help, and how quickly people were able to conform on concealing their identity and act like everybody else and look like everybody else. So I definitely 100% agree with you. You make us question our own thoughts. You now control us because we need somebody to lead us, right?
yep.
Jason's our leader.
Oof.
Jason, you're my leader too, my
Jason-
friend.
And
Jason's
and
dying.
very cursive.
COVID. Oh man.
The money that was made on that thing. You know what I mean? Holy.
And the people that drove around in their cars by themselves, all
Wearing
masked
a
up
mask.
and gloves, and oh dear
I'm
Lord,
gonna-
dear Lord.
I'm gonna
And
tell
this
y'all right
is
now
why
that-
we don't have aliens visiting us.
I'm gonna tell y'all right
Bigfoot.
now, down here in
That's
Southwest Ohio, in
Bigfoot
the
now.
Appalachian areas, we didn't really pay attention a lot of that shit.
No.
There was only in your bigger cities did you find anybody pay attention to any of that. We didn't have. I go down to Cincinnati and there wasn't people doing nothing really down there. Certain little pockets of certain little
Really?
areas, but most people, wow.
I know.
Hillbillies don't care.
I know we did at my job.
We did it in mine. If you wanted a shot, you got it. If you didn't want to, you didn't have to have it.
Oh, I ain't talking about the bag. I'm just talking
I'm
about the whole
talking about any of
masking thing. And, yeah.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
it's like the new virus now. Why are they really pushing that on people that have had the COVID vaccine?
Hey man, if I can make a mask out of a t-shirt and be all right, then I'm fine.
Right.
My
just-
t-shirts.
Because then it
I
became a
say no.
designer.
I just wear my leather hood with the zippers and the. Never mind.
I wear my dark realm gaming shirt. Oh,
With the ball in the mouth and everything. I like it.
Oh yeah.
No bacteria, my friend. I like it.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
It's still Disney though. It's still kind of Disney.
Disney,
Right.
man.
Hey, I'm working really hard at this Disney thing.
You're
right
doing
now.
good, Joe. You're doing
me
good.
too.
Good job, Jay.
You're doing amazing.
Jason's the adult in the room with us.
Yes, he is.
Oh, Jason.
Oh,
He's got the
Lord.
checkbook. He's right.
And sometimes he takes us out in public too.
It's because he's got the
Oh,
maturity of
no.
a 13-year-old. We're at 12.
You gotta say, you think this is bad? You got to see us at conventions.
I want to see that. I want to sit back and just look at the show. You
You
know?
Really? Yeah.
Or you can watch us on our own podcast on Monday night because we don't hold back there.
I
that's
like
what
that.
was gonna say. I
That
mean,
is
like
all.
there's places people can watch.
That's all, man.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to have you guys on one night.
Oh,
Oh, we
man.
would love that.
Well,
Love that.
on that, where can people find you, gentlemen? You guys are entertaining. I love it. The
I
hour
think
went
we
by
could
so
talk
fast.
forever. Yeah.
Where
for
can
sure.
people find you?
Go ahead, Joe.
Well, Dark Realm TV, obviously. You can find us on Monday nights. We got Stir in the Pot, and we got Dark Realm Radio that we do right there on Facebook on the LEP and the Dark Realm page. I will tell you, put the kids to bed because the things we say about Disney is unreal. But you know, we're all on social media. You know, LEP Productions.
My personal pages.
Yeah, personal pages. I mean, we're kind of like all over the place. TikToks now. Jason handles that because I'm too
I
stupid for
can't figure it
TikTok.
out at my age.
All I can do is scroll on the damn thing. So, Jason, go ahead. Give the lowdown.
So Dark Realm TV is our streaming platform. We started about a year and a half ago. It's on Roku and Amazon Fire. We built this streaming network for the average group, the average artist. We have paranormal shows, cryptid shows, UFO, urban legend, thrill-seeking podcasting, Native American shows. We have indie wrestling, Inhumane Championship Wrestling, which is the longest ongoing show on our network right now. We have indie horror movies, we have shorts, we have old classic horror movies. But we did it so that the average team or whoever could have a platform to put their stuff on. It's a paid subscription, so it's $4.99 a month or $49.99 for the year. We do that because obviously it costs a ton of money to run a streaming platform on those places. But with that being said, if you guys wanted to put your podcasting on there, that would not be an issue. You own your own content. We don't have anybody sign any contracts with us. It's strictly your stuff. We just give you the platform to put your show on so that more people can check you out and find you and watch you. You know, one or some of us here have been approached by other networks and, hey, we want to put your content on our network, but they want to know how many followers you have, how many subscribers you have, how many people follow you and all this. We don't care. We don't care. We wanted to for years. We went and doing these conventions and people are like, God, I wish there was a bigger platform that we could put our stuff on. So about 2.5 years ago, we got with Brian, who's our tech guy, and Gary, and the 5 of us were like, you know what? Let's see if we can't make our own. Let's see if we can do this. A lot of program writing, a lot of that kind of stuff, but we finally launched last November, not this one, but last November. And right now we have brand new content weekly, Monday through Friday on our network. And it's growing. We just had another meeting the other day with another group that wants to put their stuff on. And we're excited about it because we're giving everybody the opportunity to put their platform out there. And like I said, it's yours. It's your content. We don't own it. We don't, if a year down the road, Discovery Plus finds you and says, hey, we want your stuff, man, great. We'll pull it off ours. You guys can go and do your thing. It's strictly built for everybody. We kept talking about it and we finally just said, you know what, we're going to put our money where our mouth is. And we did. So we built that network from the ground up and it's been fun. It's been really exciting to do. And we're growing daily. We constantly have meetings with different people. If you're a podcast or a group or whatever that wants to put a sponsor, we have a whole bunch of sponsor types there that will plug you during the thing. And it's also on the network as well. So as soon as you click on Dark Realm TV, the sponsors are right there and it'll show all of that stuff there too. So, like I said, we have to charge that $4.99 a month just because at the end of the day, Roku takes theirs, Amazon takes theirs. We're working with pennies on the dollar, but we're at right now where we can actually, what's going out is what's coming in and it's paying for itself, which is what we wanted. We really want to get to the point where we can say, with some of the groups that are on there, hey, you've got a convention coming up in Wisconsin. We want to pay for it. So we'll sponsor you to go because you've been with us for a year and a half or whatever. You constantly have people watching. We want to pay for your table. We want to pay for your lodging. We want to sponsor you to go as a thank you for doing this. So it's all about giving back. We don't make any money on it. We all have our daytime jobs. We all have all that stuff.
I don't have a daytime job.
But you have a nighttime job now. But
Sorry, Jay.
we built that. We built that for everybody, and it's a 7-day free trial. So download it, check it out. The only thing we ask is, at the end of 7 days, if you like it, stick with us, give us a shot. If it's not for you, totally understand. You can cancel. Doesn't cost you a dime.
Jay, any last words, my friend?
No, I'm good. I've used my brain way too much tonight. You guys
Whoa.
make
Yeah,
You did good, Jay. You did
You
good.
got the educated hillbilly. One too
He
many
used all
questions.
12 personalities
Yeah,
today.
he did.
Yes, I did.
Raven, what do we have
ready
going
to
on,
obey
my friend?
Do what?
I love these guys.
Well, I just want to commend you guys. I think you guys are awesome. I think
Very
that
cool,
what
man.
you are
Very
doing
cool.
is great. That's amazing. That you put this together for other creators
It
and
is. Yeah.
to just give people that opportunity. You guys are legit and just a great group of guys. So thank you so much for popping on tonight. We really, yes, I said popping on. Gabriel hates that. But
Popping on.
popping on. Um, thanks for being here. I'm really happy that you did come on the show tonight. So I would love
Yeah.
to work with you further. But to answer your question, Gabriel, as always, we're releasing new episodes weekly. Gabriel's got new stuff coming out every Friday, besides all of our lives and our interviews. So please check those episodes out every Friday. But really, really soon. So end of the month, we will actually be at the Stanton Bigfoot Festival. And your love for Bigfoot
There
in
it is.
Stanton.
or it's the Red River Gorge Bigfoot Festival.
You're
Sorry,
kidding me. You guys be down there?
yeah,
Absolutely.
we are.
Would you like to
We're
come
going
with?
to Kentucky.
That's
Super
when?
excited.
That's
Uh,
at the end of the month.
May 30th is
May
the
30th.
day that is. Yeah. Well, come on, Jay. Whatever you got to do, you just
I got a family thing I'm supposed to do, but let me see if I can't do family things.
Where's it at? I'm off for 6 weeks. So
Red River Gorge, dude. It's my
It's in
wife's family's
Stanton,
down in that
Kentucky.
area.
Yeah.
oh,
yeah, we're down in
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Bourbon.
Now, you do know that down on dinner Pikeville, they call it the Wood Booger. Bigfoot.
Wood
down
booger.
there.
Yeah, I've seen that. The
I
wood
heard
Bigfoot
that,
down
Tim.
that area
I
is
heard
called
that.
the Wood Booger.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I believe we are in somewhere in West Virginia, investigating a funeral parlor. Isn't that correct?
It is Coalfield Manor, so that is in
Coalfield Manor.
West Virginia. Yep. It's a haunted funeral home, so we'll be there too. We'll be doing an investigation, maybe alive. We'll see. We never know. You know, when you walk into a place, you never know what your Wi-Fi looks like or any of those things.
And
But
then
hopefully
after
going
that,
live.
we will be at an abandoned amusement park, built on top of a
Native
Indian
American.
burial ground with a body count. So that'll
That's
be
right.
interesting. You boys up to that? You can come too.
I'd
Yeah,
love to go. I've been wanting to go there for years.
Yeah.
I haven't yet.
Jay, let's do it,
Really?
man. Let's do it.
Check
Um,
out,
so
check
the-
out Sweet Springs in West Virginia also.
Yeah. We just
Which
got
thing?
done filming a
Sweet
documentary
Springs.
about that.
Sweet
kind of stuff.
Springs.
Sweet Springs.
Yep, in West Virginia.
All right.
Dates all the way back to before the Revolutionary War.
Oh, wow.
That's
Back in
amazing.
Jay's day.
Right.
True history.
Jay was a teenager then.
Teenager.
He knows all about it.
Me and Washington went way back. We all
Aw, I love that for you. So, but that's what we have. That's what we have coming up.
I love it.
So yeah, super
Well, we'll
excited.
definitely follow you guys, and anything you're doing, we'll definitely share. And
Oh,
and
follow,
put it
not
out there,
stalk.
so- right.
You can stalk. I don't have a stalker, Jay. I would like one. I just want to see what it feels like. That's all, my friend.
It's always stupid, trust me.
Listen, somebody the
Y'all
other
can
day
have
made
a
a
couple of
comment.
mine.
They made a comment on my on our one of our YouTube lives that we had or whatever, and their comment was, "I've never met a raven I didn't like," and I was like, "Oh, yay!" I don't even know who this person was. Stalker potential.
That's right.
you go.
That's a stalker.
Careful, you might
Thank
become a
you.
lampshade.
Right.
I am
Our
from Wisconsin.
authority-
Makes sense.
Exactly.
Well, tonight's
Wisconsin
episode of
statistic.
Darkwoods Paranormal has been another incredible journey into the unexplained with these guys. Love you guys. A huge thank you tonight for Joe, Jason, and Jay. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing their experiences, their insight, passion for the paranormal world, and their nuttiness. We loved it. We also want to thank our supporters and sponsors, including Unbox Media LLC, Shaker Cigar Bar, who continue their support here, and of course, thank you to all of you for watching tonight, whether you're here live with us, listening later, or following us from somewhere out there in the dark. Make sure you follow Darkwoods Paranormal across social medias, subscribe on YouTube, and continue supporting independent paranormal broadcasting like us and Dark Realm. Until next time, stay curious, stay aware, and my friends, do stay safe out there. Gentlemen, do you mind hanging on just for a couple